go for it mean? Giants should go for it. They need a starting pitcher. They should go for it. What does that mean? Go out and get Strosho? Go out and get Bieber?
To me, it signals a changing of expectation. It signals a different place that the Giants reside compared to even 2 weeks ago. They're a 500, sub 500, maybe a little bit over 500 team. Kind of just meddling. But now, Stein, they've won 9 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They are right there within the NL West. They're, of course, in the thick of the wild card. They got the number 2 spot.
Yeah.
And now it's about how you hold on to that. And that's where I think people see and hear well, go for it. Go all in. I guess they're slightly different, but we'll stick with go for it. It signals to me that fans and even members potentially of the organization are starting to view this team as both legitimate and maybe then you start to look at, all right, are we a piece here away? Are we a piece there away? How do we get this team better? How do we make this team more sustainable? Because right now, I think there is a question to be had about how sustainable the San Francisco Giants are.
That's fair. And look, they're having starting pitching issues. We know that. But I guess what I'm saying is, have expectations really changed? What were the expectations coming into the Giants season? Well, we don't have a lot of expectations, but we could make the wild card. There's 3 wild cards. It was a wild card.
Just get in.
Yes.
Make the playoffs.
Yeah. And was
that the expectation, though? Or was that the hope? The hope, to me, was make the playoffs. The expectation coming off of 500 a year was just to be better than 500.
Well, being better than 500 makes you a playoff contender, essentially.
Yeah. The Phillies won 87 games last year.
Right. With as many... there's many teams that make the playoffs. You win 85, 86, you're going to be in the mix. I don't want to get painted into a corner saying I don't think the Giants need anything, but the trading deadline's August 1st. It's June 20th, 22nd. So that's five plus weeks. I say play it out. I say play it out because I'm not sure the Giants were the 6-13 team that started, the 500 team since then, or the team that's won 9 in a row. I mean, I get it. They're all 3 of those teams, but what's wrong with just playing something out a little longer? Listen, if they continue to have starting pitching problems, they're going to have to go out and get somebody, even if it's a quote unquote stopgap. So that's going to happen, I think, regardless if they can't get some starting pitchers back. So can't we just play it out for a minute? There's so much that's happened this year that maybe that are better than we thought. Why do we have to jump to, well, now we're one pitcher away from winning a World Series?
Well, the thing is, you never know how far you are away until you get beat in the playoffs. And right now, the Giants have their playoffs. They have them in their front view.
Right.
They can see the playoffs right there. They are in the driver's seat for the wild card. And for the 707, this Giants team is a few years away. Well, how do you know? I mean, you didn't know that the 2010 team was going to be ready the year it was. Maybe you could see that from 2009. And that, to me, it's something that Travis Ishikawa brought up yesterday when they knew that they kind of had some legitimate, chances at getting a World Series was in 2009. It wasn't in 2010. So to me, the best argument for not going all in or not going for it and not mortgaging your potential future is that you want to find out if these guys can win together this year. Now, if they can't, you might need to go to the drawing board over the next month. But I don't think it's something where you need wholesale changes. But Steiny, you got to admit what they're doing right now with the amount that they use their bullpen and the lack of starting pitching, quality starting pitching outside of Logan Webb, like they do need help. Not just in the playoffs, but they'll need help to get through the regular season because I don't believe that you can continue to pile up not only bullpen games, but games in which you're coming from behind consistently. That last night marks the 6th come-from-behind win in the 7th inning or later by the Giants in the month of June. That, to me, is fun. It's electric. It's entertaining. But it's something that probably is going to stop in the near future.
Yeah, again, I think there's two different things here. There's getting a pitcher by necessity because you simply are down too many starters. And then there's, well, we're 41. Are they 41-32 now? 9 over?
Mm-hmm.
41-32. We are now World Series contenders. Let's go make the move that we think makes us, what, the favorites? I don't know. I mean, Luciano, he's the big boy. He's the big boy in the minor leagues. Is there any pitcher who'd be available that you would trade him for?
No.
Okay.
No, but we're not talking about, to me, we're not talking about giving up the top of the farm system. It's not a situation where you're going out and trading like the Dodgers did a couple of years ago, Keibert Ruiz, their top pitching prospect, Josiah Gray, to bring back Trey Turner and Max Scherzer. I don't think there's a combination of those guys out there. The San Diego Padres, essentially giving up on a lot of their best pitching prospects, going out and trading for Juan Soto, getting rid of Mackenzie Gore, their top pitching prospect. I don't think the Giants, 1, want to do that. 2, need to do that. 3, do that for a guy that's currently out there. The starting pitching, in my mind, you're looking at, obviously Shane Bieber's the one that comes to everyone's mind. I don't know if Cleveland in a month is going to be willing to give up on him based on not only where they're at in the standings, but also the fact that they have 1 year of arbitration control next season. The second guy is Marcus Stroman, who I think is gettable, but that would also coincide with the Cubs kind of falling off in the next few weeks. And the third guy, which might be more, I say, gettable, but a little more risky, would be someone like Lucas Giolito from the Chicago White Sox, because that's a team that has fallen short of expectations. I know that they went down to L.A., took 2 of 3 from the Dodgers recently, but Giolito is a guy that has had very high highs, but since his injuries has kind of been a little bit mid. And that's a guy the Giants, I think, would try and identify as someone they could acquire on the margins, much in the way they didn't have to give up a whole lot for Chris Bryant in 2021.
I hear you. And I think that's not what it's kind of not what I'm talking about. Farhan is excellent at finding guys around the margins. And that's what I'm talking about. If you have to do something like that to sustain having 5 starting pitchers or having at least 4 starting pitchers that you can rely on, yes, go out and get somebody, even if he's just somebody who's going to gobble up innings. I'm just talking about the idea of, after 73 games, we didn't think this team was going to be that good. Now they're better than we thought. They're 41-32. They had 35,000 there last night. They had 35,000 there 2 nights ago. There's 32,000 there last night. It's like it's all trending positively right now. What's wrong with just continuing down this road until and unless you have to get a starting pitcher because you literally don't have enough bodies to start games? Then we'll do that. Obviously, if a big move presents itself and you love the move, you do that. But if I'm the Giants right now, and I'm a Giants fan, if you're a Giants fan, after 73 games, are you now saying, let's go get a big boy pitcher? No. I mean, maybe, but if I were, let me ask you this. Sam Lubman, biggest Giants fan we know. You think he's not enjoying this? Enjoy the game, as Jeff Kent would say. We're fine right now. We got a month and a week to figure out how real this thing is. Bob Myers talked to, you don't have to make a decision until you have to. You don't have to make a decision right now.